Hello. I'd like to discuss a concept or a theory that there are two kinds of people in the world: ones who chase and ones who are chased. Now, it's not just limited to people. Uh, it also branches out to money and jobs and fame and anything that you could a house or anything you could possibly desire. Uh, and I'll make the metaphor of money. If you chase money, if you work really hard to make money and money is your goal, like when you take a job, you only took it because the salary was what you wanted. Um, and the prestige or anything else that came with this job. Uh, so you're chasing money. You're chasing it. You're not letting it come to you. Uh, now, uh, there's a problem with that because when you chase something, you actually repel it. You know, like when a lion chases an antelope or a zebra, the zebra runs. The antelope runs away. It's like, oh, I'm getting caught by that lion, and it takes off. Well, money is the zebra. Money is the doll. It's running away from you, and it's trying to get away from you as fast as it can. Now, if the lion played a different approach and didn't chase the zebra would come close to it. It would not fear it. And therefore, the lion would attract it instead of repelling it. And with money, uh, and it's weird. It's not so simple as that metaphor because it's like when you chase it and you catch it, you really don't own it. It's not yours. Um, you have to keep, like if you chase money and you get the money, and like the lion has to keep chasing zebra. For the rest of his life, he has to keep chasing zebra to stay alive. Well, if you work and you chase money, what happens when you quit? You're dead. So, and what you really have, regardless of the number, it's not really yours, and you don't really own it, you know. Uh, so, like if you chase women and you actually catch the woman, eventually she's gonna leave you. Eventually, you're gonna find out you never really had her. Maybe she did a lot of things she did just to shut you up, so you leave her alone. Stuff like that. Like Trump, he chases power, and he really doesn't have any power. I mean, yeah, he can do this and little things here and there, but on the grand scale, he doesn't have any power. Most of the world's against him. He doesn't have the world on his side. They're running from him. They're repelled by him because he's chasing power over them, with the tariffs and the war. And he's trying to get power over the rest of the world that he's not president of. He's not president of Japan or Venezuela or Iran, but he wants power like he is. So the more he chases that power, the less he has. It's in reality. I mean, in fake TV world, yeah, he has power, but it's fake. You know, just like when you have a girl that you chased, it's fake. She doesn't really love you, and you have to keep chasing her. So if you got her because you bought her a nice necklace, well, guess what? Every year you got to buy her a nice necklace. Otherwise, she's gone. You know, and I think that's why Trump is in the news every day, because if he doesn't keep producing news, which is what's keeping him alive and lying for him, the news lies for him, and or at least manufactures the stories in a favorable way. I mean, they've really been light about his involvement with Epstein, you know. Uh, and that's because he makes the money. They make a lot of money over Trump, selling newspapers and selling advertisers to their news channel, you know, because they know people are going to watch. And as long as he keeps that going, he'll have power. But the minute he stops, he's done. He's totally done. You know, like the lion, he's dead if he stops chasing the zebra. Or he can't physically chase a zebra, then he's dead. He's going to starve to death. So, you know, there's that. And, you know, the opposite side is don't chase. Don't chase money. Because when you don't chase money and money isn't your motivation, money finds you. You know, money has a way of finding you. You know, I'm reminded of the lottery ticket. I don't know if it was $300 or $30 million. A woman in Florida, old, like 80-year-old woman, was online to buy a lottery ticket. And the guy in front of her thought he was being nice and said, "Oh, you can go ahead of me." And let the old lady go up front and bought her ticket. And she won. And of course, he was like, "That was my ticket, bitch," you know. But she didn't chase money. I don't believe buying a lottery ticket is chasing money because of the odds. You know, going to work every day, working overtime, kissing the boss's ass, and doing everything you can, and going to school and everything like that that's chasing money. But buying a lottery ticket is not making money. You know, the money found her. You know, and she won. You know, I don't chase money at all. I won't work at all. I won't do anything to make money. I'm anti making money, and I have money. I'm on a brand new iPad right now. So, you know, I'm not suffering because I'm not chasing. I mean, that's the illusion that the deep state and the governments and everybody else wants you to think, is that if you want to get ahead, if you want a better life, you have to chase money. That's what they want, because they keep you in as the lion chasing the zebras. And it's a lie. You know, we have a belief in this world that if you're not busy, you're lazy. If you're not busy, you're subpar. You know, if you call somebody up, like, "Oh, what do you want?" "Oh, I just wanted to talk." "I'm busy. I can't talk. I'm very busy right now. I'll call you later," and they never call. You know, and it's true, they are busy in their own mind. You know, with things that really don't matter, and or they've self-created whatever it is they're making themselves busy with. You know, and I remember Mother's Day, and my brother-in-law was over my house on Mother's Day, and um, kept getting calls from his boss on his cell phone. I'm like, "It's Mother's Day. Can't the fucking guy leave you alone?" You know? And he's like, "Oh, it's my boss." I'm like, "Well, you're an asshole because you answer." You know, I wouldn't answer. Believe me, I would have put the damn phone in the toilet bowl before I would have answered. But that's me and that's him. I don't chase money. He does. And now he's in a bad way, you know. I mean, not in a bad way, but he has to work. He has to get up every morning, sick, rain or shine. He has to go to work, you know. And I don't do anything. I don't have to do any. I don't have to make this video. I don't care what happens to this video. I don't promote this video. I don't promote this channel. I just put it out there. It's like my own little video diary. And I don't care who watches. I have some views on my videos, as you can see, but they're minuscule at best. And I don't care. It doesn't change what I talk to you about. It doesn't change what I do. And it's not going to stop me, and it's not going to make me do it more. You know, I don't chase. I'm not chasing your likes. I'm not chasing you. I don't care. You know, I have a good life. I don't need you. You know, I have a good life. I don't need money. I have a good life. I don't need a girlfriend. So, I don't chase girls. Girls chase me, you know. But, and it's much better that way. Because at least you find out the ones that really like you. You know, and when you get the money, it's money that's really yours and nobody can take it. You know, and you don't have to get up in the morning to do it again. You know, and it goes away if you don't. You know, it's just the illusion we're under, the reality we're under that's fake. You know, like my website is mymatrixnow.com. It is. It's my matrix. I own the matrix. You know, and it's my God code that I've spoken about. That's on YouTube in the post. The God code and replaces binary code because it's the new matrix. You know, and the beauty of the God code is I don't have to chase it. I don't have to go out and sell it. It sells itself. And you know, it opens the door to tremendous amount of abuse that the government and programmers and stuff, people of the like can use on society. I definitely know that it does that. It's one side of the coin now. The other side of the coin is there's a limit to how much they can lock you in or lock you down or stop you from creating good programs and good systems that help people. There's a God code that does both. And, you know, God or devil. So it depends on how you want to do it. If you're going in there to make something restrictive, you can do it. If you're going in there to free people so they can put whatever they want on the internet or say whatever they want or do whatever they want, you can do that too. So there is no limits on either end. You can go really bad and go really good. It just depends. And if you go really bad, then there's always a counter to it, you know? It's like the Dems and the Republicans. You know? There's a counter to what they do, you know? So the pendulum swings both ways. And that's what the God code does. And it's more inclusive than exclusive. And I think the binary code is exclusive and not inclusive. And with God code, it's inclusive, not exclusive. And it opens the door to many avenues, different, like quantum. Quantum is going to be insane because of the God code. And I don't, you know, people are afraid, and I don't blame them. They should be afraid because the lack of knowledge is dangerous. And the problem is, like I said before, you know, you're letting the Bill Gates and the Elon Musk shape and develop the world in the way they want it to be, you know, and that's dangerous because they're not human. You know, they're all motivated by money and power, and not love and respect and privacy. You know, privacy is an illusion. You have no privacy. And if you created something that gave people privacy, you would go to jail. So if the FBI or the CIA can't hack it, it ain't going to be out there very long. And you'll be in the jail cell. And they'll want your codes. They'll want to know how they can hack it. And then it'll be okay. So, just don't chase. Don't chase people. Don't chase money. Don't chase girlfriends. If they're meant for you, what's the old saying? If it's yours and you let it go and it comes back, it's yours. So if you let it go, let the money go. I know that you might have to, it's hard to go from being a chaser to the one that's being chased. Because the mindset, it's not a matter of just going to your boss and quitting. I'm not telling you to do that. But it's an attitude, it's a mindset, and confirmation again. Do I look stressed? I'm not stressed. And that's the difference. You would be stressed if you quit your job. You would be, oh my God, what am I going to do? My car, my kids, my wife, all that. And that's because you chased. You got a lot of zebras. The problem is you got to keep chasing. It's very hard to get out of that merry-go-round. And I never got on the merry-go-round. And that's the difference.